Greetings and welcome, friends. Mr. Waddy here. We're taking a look at page 389 on the homework. We were talking about factoring polynomials, specifically of the form x squared plus bx plus c. And even more specifically yesterday, we were talking about ones in which the c term is positive. The c term is the constant in our quadratic polynomials. So, in order to factor this, what factoring meant was writing it as some product of smaller, simpler polynomials. Okay? It was, in a sense, unfoiling is what we were doing. So in order to unfoil, we discovered a pattern, a process that we could do that would make this factored. And it's a little bit interesting. It's got minimal trial and error, but it's much less trial and error than literally just trying and erroring. And this is what we would do. Because the c term was positive, I would find the factors of the c term. So 1 and 21, 1 times 21 is 21. Right? Does 2 go into 21? No. 3, yes, is 7. And 4 doesn't, 5 doesn't, 6 doesn't, and 7 I already have. So I find the factors of the c term, and of this list of factors, I'm looking for the factors that add to the b. So these ones add to be 22. These ones add to be 10. That's going to be the combination for me. So I'm going to write in parentheses, because I'm going to have this unfoiled, undistributed thing. I'm going to have a z and a z, right, as my leading terms, because z times z would be z squared when I foil that. And now the numbers that go here and here are going to be the factors that we found. So it's going to be the 3 and the 7. And now listen how I analyze the signs of these. Now, they multiply to be positive 21. So that means their signs have to be the same, plus plus or minus minus. But they also have to add to be 10, positive 10. And two negatives are never going to add to a positive, so it seems as though plus plus is the only combination that will work for us, and that is correct. All right, let's look at this next one. Find the factors of 40. So watch, and notice I do this in a very systematic approach. I start with my smallest numbers and go up. If I'm just randomly throwing the things that I know that multiply to be 40 here, it's possible I'll miss the one combination that works. So do this very systematically. So 1 and 40, 2 goes into it 20 times, 3 doesn't, 4. Now, let's see, 4 and 10. But watch this little trick. Let's say I didn't know how many times 4 went into 40. I could actually look at this previous set, and I could say, well, 4 goes into 25 times, and 5 times 2 is 10. All right, so that's like a good little trick. You could actually find the factor of 20, write down the 4, and then take the scrap and multiply by the 2. What are you thinking? Well, most of us would know 4 times 10, I agree, is 40. But there will be problems in which this c term is a more unusual number that we're not quite used to. All right, so let's say, okay, does 5 go into it? And watch this. Let me show you my new trick. 5 goes into 10 twice, and 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? So that's a way you can do that, or you just might have known that 5 times 8 was 40, which probably you did. And 6 doesn't, and 7 doesn't, and 8 I've already got. Yeah, so we're done. We're done. So let's see, I'm looking for the factors of c that add to be 13. So these add to be 41, 22, 14, and 13. So it looks like the 4 and 10 is the combination that I want. Oh, wait, no, I want to add to 13. My bad. All right, whew, there we go. Yikes. If I picked this one, I would have written the factors of y squared plus 14y plus 40, just so you're aware. Y with a 5 and y with an 8. And here, let's find out their signs. They multiply to be positive 40, so their signs are the same, and they add to be positive, so it's got to be plus plus. All right? So those were the first type when everything was positive. Let's look at what about, sometimes you might have a negative as your B term. So same approach. Find the factors of C. 1 and 22, 2 and 11. Which of these add to be 13? Let's see. So add to be 13. I'm ignoring the sign for now. And yeah, 2 and 11 are those factors. X with a 2, X with 11. You guys figure out the sign. I gotta get the phone. Everything there, the video will be online. The next homework assignment's there. Well, let's see. Ooh, both negatives? Well, let's find out. Let's think about it. They've got to multiply to be positive, so they are the same sign, plus, plus, or minus, minus, but they have to add to be negative, so I think you're right. Two positives won't ever add to a negative, so they must be minus, minus. I like it. All right, let me do this one real quick. So 42, I might not know those factors as well. Well, slow down. Let me do it. Let me do it. Don't say it out loud. 1 and 42, right? 2. Okay, now I probably wouldn't have known that 3 went into 42. However, watch my trick. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. Right. Let's see, does 4 go into it? Well, 4 doesn't go into 14. No, I'm thinking 4 doesn't. Does 5 go into it? No, it didn't end in a 5 or a 0. 6 does? All right, 6 and 7, yeah. My trick would have broken down for the 6 a little bit there because the factors of 6 were the 3 and the 2 here. And I have already got the 7. So let's see, I'm looking for the factors of C that add to be 13. And happens to be the 6 and the 7 this time. And so I want you to show me all of this work. I want to see your list of factors, okay? So don't just write your answer. Someday you'll be able to, but I want to be able to give you partial credit when you're wrong. And plus plus would not add to negative, so minus minus. I would accept that. I would accept that. All right, thanks for watching, Internet friends. Have a great day.